everyone, we're on the Jimmy Hill Way and we're going towards the Ricoh Arena roundabout now, and this is a 50-mile-an-hour road, so it's nice and steady along here, but when we get to the Ricoh roundabout we're going to go straight ahead. Most people know it as the Ricoh roundabout, but it is called something else. There's a sign on there, I can't remember what it is, but I'll tell you in a few seconds. But it's the one just outside the arena, and we're going to go straight ahead at it. Okay, we're going to take the second exit. So as we can see the green signs. We're in the left lane. We're going to stay in the left lane, the extreme left lane here. And there's like 4 lanes to choose from. We're in lane 1 to go straight ahead. Our lights are on green at the moment, so we're going to go through there. Staying in this lane, making sure we do that. Lights are on red now, so we're just going to drop the car into first gear and pull up here. You can perhaps see the sign for the Ricoh Arena. I'm going to come off on this second exit. As you can see, it is just beginning to snow, so by the time this video ends, maybe maybe we'll have a whiteout, I don't know. That brings us off on the left-hand lane here. And the thing about this left-hand lane is if you stay in here, you will end up going into the retail park, and which we don't want to do. So I'm going to move in, so I'm going to check my right mirror. I'm going to indicate, I'm going to check my mirror again, and I'm going to move over when it's clear, and that will take me forward past the retail park. We're on the Jimmy Hill road now, Jimmy Hill Way now. We're coming in towards Coventry. This is the A444, and we're going to turn right at the Ricoh Arena roundabout. That means we need to change lanes. So we're going to check the mirrors. We're going to signal. Then we're going to check the mirrors again. You can see it's clear. We can move over. So that mirrors again. That's the one you need when you're changing lanes. So it's a 50-mile-an-hour road. We're doing 48 at the moment, so it could be 2 miles an hour quicker. There we go, 50 miles an hour. And as you can see, we're coming. The roundabout is just around this bend here. So we're going to check the right mirrors again. Signal up again for right. We're going to move into the extreme right hand lane here as we're approaching the roundabout. The lights are on green at the moment. That's one good thing about this roundabout, is that the traffic is controlled by the traffic lights. So all you've got to do really is think about your position on the road, and actually this time we're going to be stopped at the red light, and that's fine because it gives us a chance to look at the road markings. And the road markings at the moment, you can see our line of our lane on the outer side, on the kind of the passenger side, is moving out, and we're going to follow that line out like this. And then we're going to move all the way to the end. We're going to steer in at the end like that, and that's taking us round to the right. You'll notice I've got no signal on at the moment, and that's because I don't want people to think that I'm changing lanes. And we're going to allow this lane to take us off of the roundabout. And it's going to it's called Rowley's Green roundabout officially, but I think most people know it as the Ricoh roundabout here. Just allow the lane to take us off, and we're going to follow this road along here. This is called, now I think it's called Winding House Lane that we're turning into. I'm just going to check on that. It is. There you go. And that's right at the Ricoh from the A444, the M69 roundabout. And now we're coming down to the island again. We're going straight ahead, so we need to just drift into this lane here, the second lane out. They don't tell you till quite late about the lane markings here, but there it is. We're in this lane. We're in lane 2. We're going to go straight ahead at the roundabout here. So in lane 2, going straight ahead at the roundabout, taking the second exit. Our light's on green. I'm going to move, I'm going to stay in our lane, in our left lane, and follow that around like that, and then that takes us off up Jimmy Hill Way, where we can see the speed limit then changes up to 50, and that's straight ahead from the Ricoh Arena over the roundabout and up towards the M6 motorway. So here we are, we're approaching the Ricoh Arena roundabout again, and as you can see, we go down the slope and we're going to turn left this time, and I just want you to show you where the lane markings are, because they're quite late. So you don't really get to know that the left filter lane is on the left here until here, and you're actually quite close to the roundabout now. So if you wanted to go left, you'd be in this lane naturally. If you wanted to go straight on, you'd be in the lane over to your right there. It doesn't tell you till quite late. So if you keep watching the video, you'll see where we go right and what we need to do there. But we're going to turn left at the roundabout this time. And that's going to take us off here and into Winding House Lane. Or Winding House Lane, if you're a bit posher than me. It doesn't actually take much to be a bit posher than me, even a little bit. But there you go. We've just turned left from the A444 onto Winding House Lane around the Ricoh Island. So now we're on Hen Lane, and we're working our way towards the Ricoh Roundabout. And the reason we've come this way is because at the bottom of this road, or at the very end, there's a kind of odd looking junction, and we're going to go to the Ricoh roundabout. We're going to turn right at that. So first of all, we've got to navigate our way through the junction at the end of Hen Lane. It's not completely obvious what you do, but once you've been through it a couple of times, then it becomes a lot easier. Now, first of all, the sign says that it's the end of the road, we can't turn left, we can only go right, and so we don't need to indicate. And the traffic lights are now telling us as well to turn right, and we're going to turn right here and then right at the roundabout. So we're going to get into the middle lane, because that's the left-hand one of the two that we can choose that go right, and that's brought us now onto the Ricoh Arena roundabout. It's also called Rowley Green Roundabout. That's what the sign says, but I think, like I said, you know, most people know it as the Ricoh Roundabout. Here we are, and we're going to follow our lane along. And it's this one. It's the kind of number 3 now, isn't it? Lane number 3 as we move into here, and we're going to follow that out all the way to the end towards this brown sign, and then we're going to steer in just right at the end, which then puts us into the left hand lane as we move on to the A444, which is the one that takes you to the retail park at the Ricoh Arena. And that's actually where we're going now, so I'm going to stay in this lane, and so that's it from Hen Lane onto Wheelwright Lane and around the right turn at the roundabout into the A444. So we're on Winding House Lane now, and we're coming down towards the Ricoh Arena roundabout, or Rowley's Green Roundabout, whichever way you want to call it. Lights are just going on to green, so we can continue. Turn the window wipers off. It seems to have stopped snowing for a few moments. I don't know how long that's going to last for. This road, by the way, it's a 40-mile-an-hour road, 40. There's only one sign, and it's facing the wrong way. But it is, I know, but it is a 40-mile-an-hour road. Winding House Lane, and as we come down to the roundabout here, we're going to be turning right, and this is one of them spiral ones, isn't it? This this Ricoh Arena one. And because we're turning right, we need to be moving into that right hand lane. And what we will find as we get through these lights, that's a crossing, where as we get through these next lights, that there'll be two lanes which we can choose. So we've got the one on the extreme right, if you like, this lane 3 says that you can turn right. The one in the middle, if you like, lane 2 says you can go right or straight on, and in lane 1 it's just left. So in 2 and 3 we can turn right. So we're going to choose the left hand one of those, and that's lane 2, which happens to be the middle lane here. And when the lights change, we will move directly into that. So the lights on the roundabout, there you go. Our lights have changed now. So we've moved directly into the middle lane. And as we go through this next set, we're going to find again the left hand lane that turns right. We're going to follow that around, taking it nice and steady, and then we're going to go right to the end to where the white sign is, and then we're going to dip in like that, or steer into the right like that, and that'll put us into the left hand lane as we come off of the roundabout. So that's turning right from Winding House Lane back onto the A444, heading up towards the retail park at the Ricoh Arena. Now we're in the left hand lane here, and what that has done, it means that we'll be going into the retail park, which we don't want to do. So I'm going to check the mirrors, signal, mirrors again, and then I'm going to move over into the lane that takes us on the road straight ahead.